But yeah, I don't know why you just do. Just kind of like the style there. Good old toothpaste here. If I ever see anyone cosplaying as that character, I'll be very impressed. Wait, do they have weaknesses? Weak to frostbite. Okay, we don't have a we don't have a frostbite dash or anything like that, do we? I don't think. I can give Rabbid Mario the yeah, it's just the one frostbite thingamabob here. We can do something like this, maybe? Toothpaste main character is literally the only original character you know about, and that one girl who you vaguely remember existing in terms of original characters, the one that, like, woke up the main character? I don't know what her name is. So, just out of curiosity. Yeah, I could freeze all of them, is the thing. So, you know, I wouldn't want to do it right now because any damage received would lift that effect. So I want to take out a whole bunch of them first. I'm thinking here. But hold on. Ooh! Ooh! Yes! And okie dokie, I gotcha. Yeah. I feel like they've been focusing a lot more on heroes characters you already have an emotional attachment to, rather than showing us new characters that, you know, will be really neat. Cool, well. Bam. Doesn't even have to swing his fist for that last one. Don't really know how to describe it other than Fire Emblem has always been anime, but Engage feels like an entirely different anime. It doesn't quite feel like Fire Emblem in terms of the general vibe. Yeah, I feel like... Man, I'm so sorry. I feel like Awakening and Fates was a good example of, you know, the standard... What a lot of people think of, like, the standard Fire Emblem anime formula. Then Echoes and Three Houses were anime, but they had a lot of their cutscenes be like this old style kind of stuff with not so great frame rate to make it feel like a classic kind of thing, which I guess kind of made sense for Echoes since it was a remake of the second Fire Emblem game being Gaiden. So I guess they wanted that old school kind of feel with their cutscenes. Why they use it for Three Houses is beyond me. Thank goodness they didn't use it for Three Hopes. So they went for anime, but they, you know, in some of their cutscenes and presentation tried to go for an old style for some reason. And then Engage feels, I don't know, almost like a Genshin kind of style, or like a, just generally the kind of thing that you'd see in like a free game app kind of thing, where Bob is what I kind of feel like with Engage, you know. I feel like Fates and Awakening was charming anime. Echoes and Three Houses was old school kind of anime, sort of. It was kind of weird in Three Houses because they tried to, it was like a mishmash between the 3DS era and the old style and regular experience stuff, and it was just the older style for cutscenes. Three Houses was such a confused game, I feel like. And then there's this new weird style in Engage. A lot of people compare it to Genshin, you don't disagree. Yeah, that's the vibes that I get. Reminds me of the weird Persona crossover thing for some reason. What's weird about the Persona crossover game are the Shin Megami Tensei crossover game, more specifically. Nice render distance game. This seems like, look on the left side. Oh my goodness gracious. Look on the left side of the screen. He's just eyes. This seems like the kind of thing that you'd see in Pokemon Legends Arceus, is what this is like. Wow. Are you kidding me with that render distance? Just figure like, oh, he's off camera. Unload him. He's totally off camera. Yep. Does this game just handle rendering things as like, or in terms of the enemy entities at least, if at least 50% of it is off camera, unload it? Wow. Wow. That is in really bad taste, in my opinion. Wow. That, no. If it's on screen, you load it. Not if it's, you know, not if it's mostly off screen. Wow. I guess it's not that noticeable in regular gameplay. I guess I'm sort of seeing the flashes, whatever. Awakening and Fates are also different, but you can still squint and be like, yeah, that's fire. But yeah, still a similar but slightly different kind of style there, you know? Is the case. I could team jump them to somewhere. is what I could do. What's your movement range? What's your movement range? Over to there. I could put my allies back here or something, is what I could do. So if I have Rabbid Mario, say, over here or something, and we do something like this, and then we do something like, just be able to dash either one, if the opportunity calls on it. Anyway, what I wanted, before I got distracted there, what I wanted to say about the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem crossover game is that game performed really poorly, and apparently the people behind the game were very confused as to why that game performed poorly. Like, they were really passionate about doing this crossover, but were very surprised that it performed poorly. And it's like, are you really surprised why it performed poorly? You turned Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei here. I'm not super familiar with Shin Megami Tensei, so maybe I don't know. But, off the top of my head, at least, neither of which have anything to do with, like, pop singing kind of stuff, and they turned it into the most anime possible game they could with freaking K-pop stuff everywhere. So not anime in the style of Charming like previous Fire Emblem games and presumably previous Shin Megami Tensei games. It was like, oh, here's these high schoolers that have personas of Fire Emblem characters, and also there's like, they're pop stars and they're singing and stuff. And it's like the most over-the-top, cringy kind of anime stuff. And a lot of people, including myself, on hearing that there was a Fire Emblem Persona crossover happening, was very intrigued about it and being like, huh, Fire Emblem Persona crossover, that sounds pretty cool. But on seeing the trailers for it, we're just like, oh, no, I don't think I'd be able to live with myself having played that game. I think I would quite literally die from cringe. You are resistant to that. Sucks to suck. I mean, I can... Wait, there's someone over there? Oh. Oh. Well, see if I can shove that guy off. But yeah. You look at Engager, you're like, oh, it's MiHoYo Emblem. Yeah. How do I knock him into the abyss then? Can I do it from here? Let's see here. I wonder why this crossover between a grim dark RPG and a fairly serious strategy game about idol culture doesn't appeal to either fan base. Yeah, that... Man. Oh. Whoops. It was, it felt like such a good example of just how to not understand either fan base. It sounds like those that worked on the game did have a lot of passion behind the project that they were working on, but in terms of the game that they actually put out, it's basically how to put out something that doesn't appeal to either fan base. And sometimes it can be good to, you know, try something new that, you know, is a new experience for both fan bases. Like the video game we're playing right now. You know, Rabbids are typically these mini-game compilation games, and Mario is a bazillion things. But, you know, it's a lot more safe trying something like this with an IP like Mario, because Mario is that Nintendo character that just tries a bazillion things, you know? And the expectation for this game, the reason why Nintendo let Ubisoft make Mario plus Rabbids is because Ubisoft was willing to make something that that Mario's never done before, was the thing. That was the condition to make Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, was make Mario do something that Mario's never done before. That was the thingamabob. I don't think cover matters with the other Dudo there anyway, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Pew, 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 pew. Who's that Pokemon? I don't know if anyone's seen that meme. I put that as one of the titles for one of the episodes of this series, funnily enough. As a reference to that meme for anyone who's seen that. But anyway, Mario does a bazillion things, so, you know, seeing something new with Mario is like, huh, that's something new with... Oh, I guess I could have gotten a couple dashes here first, whatever. Is like, huh, that's interesting. And, you know, Mario is also something that that isn't at all niche. Whoops. Gosh dang it, that's not the pass the turn button. You know. Ow. Mario is the complete opposite of niche in the gaming industry. Everyone knows who Mario is, so people seeing that like, oh, there's a new type of Mario game and it's a tactical shooter. It's like, huh, that's interesting, you know, and can be intrigued to try it out. but I'm sure that there's a lot of Mario fans who don't. But, you know, there's probably a lot of Switch players in general that might be intrigued by something like this. Like, I certainly was, and I really quite like this game, and as a strategy player, you know, I quite like it. But, you know, something really niche, like Fire Emblem or Shin Megami Tensei, that, you know, have series that are very famous for sticking into, like, one specific thing, and if they're doing something weird and different, it's, you know, something like Fire Emblem Warriors, for example, where it's like, oh, here we are applying Fire Emblem aspects to a freaking 1 versus 1,000. How do you describe Dynasty Warriors games? Whatever the heck you describe a Dynasty Warriors game as, applying strategy elements to something like that with a crossover between a bunch of Fire Emblem characters, and that can appeal to Fire Emblem fans to try something new. And it's like, huh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool, because it's something different, but also things that fans of Fire Emblem already like. Because here's a whole bunch of Fire Emblem characters, here's support conversations that they can have, you can unlock skills and share those between characters, you can order units around the battlefield in a strategic way, or take you on massive armies as you watch the story unfold, stuff like that. So it's something new, but it's using the things that people already loved about the IP in the first place to be able to appeal to that audience. But the Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem crossover just seem to be a mishmash of things that don't necessarily appeal to either fan base. Again, there's situations like Mario plus Rabbids where it's like, is there a Rabbids fan base? Is it really? I feel like Rabbids are just one of those IPs that everyone just, like, acknowledges as existing, but no one's, you know, exactly diehard about or anything like that. This is what I kind of feel about the, is what I feel about the Rabbids. Maybe I'm completely off in that interpretation. And Mario is the kind of character that has done a bazillion things, is not all niche, and hey, here's something vastly different from Mario. And, you know, not a lot of people are not, you know, maybe not a lot of people are into a strategy game, but a lot of people could be, and everyone's gonna recognize Mario and be like, huh, I like strategy games and I know Mario, and might be a lot more tempted to try out something like this than trying out something that they've never heard of, like freaking Smitty Weberman Jagerman Jensen's tactical RPG simulator, the video game, you know, or whatever the heck. That's one of the beautiful things about doing crossovers, is that you're already, you know, dipping into fan bases that have an associated emotional connection, even if it's not super strong. Like, I don't know how many people have a super strong emotional connection to Mario, but just so much as recognizing it can go a far way. Like, for example, that's why Pokemon sells so much merchandise, and why it's their biggest revenue generator. Because if you're going to a store and you see a bunch of stuffed animals or something like that, what are you gonna feel more compelled to get? The random stuffed bear that you have no emotional attachment to already at all? Or something that's like a character that you recognize already, that you already have some sort of emotional attachment to? Even if it's not super strong, at being a character that you recognize and being like, huh, that's pretty fun, instead of generic Miss Generic over here with something that you've never seen before, you know? So, you know, crossovers have a lot of potential, and, you know, games that just have characters that are widely recognized like that people are going to be a lot more open to trying because they already have some sort of an emotional attachment to it. Like, I wouldn't say that, you know, I'm a big fan of Mario. Like, he's alright as a character and stuff. A lot of his games are pretty cool. Some of them are just kind of pumped out, like the sports games. But, you know, Mario's alright. But, you know, a strategy game with the Mario name on it, I'm going to be a lot more tempted to try out than some generic thing on the shelf that, or something that I see in a Nintendo Direct that's some strategy game that I've never heard of before, you know, or I have no emotional attachment to already. Or even ones that people have said good things about, but I've never played, like Advanced Wars. I always hear good things about Advanced Wars, but, you know, I've never played it before myself, and I figure, you know, my hands are full enough on this channel as is, so let's not, you know, start something new that I don't already have, like, an emotional attachment to, you know. Smitty Weberman Jaggerman just a tactical RPG simulator is your favorite game, isn't it great? It took two series to make a crossover between them, or the main concept would appeal to neither. Yeah, it's, there's certainly that. They turned Mario into XCOM and it worked. Yeah, I love this game. Is great. I have seen some interesting videos out there. There was, one YouTube comment that I got at one point notified me about this. There's actually a video by Arlo on this game, talking about how this game looks really good and like something that he'd really want to play, but can't bring himself to because, you know, while companies like Activision Blizzard are very much outed for their scummy behavior, there's a lot of scummy behavior at Ubisoft as well, but, you know, it's something that, you know, isn't acknowledged as much. But, you know, I don't necessarily support any bad practices that may or may not be going on over there. I also know YouTube has a lot of different studios, and I don't know what studio would be working on the Mario plus Rabbids games, but, you know, it's not, you know, it's not perfect by any means, this game, as we saw from the weird rendering thing over there. But, you know, is a good game. You can tell a lot of passion went into it. In the Kingdom Battle reveal on, I forget who it was like one of the producers, on seeing that people were interested in the game, there was one of the producers or head honcho people that was crying in the audience, and, you know, stuff like that is really heartwarming to see. You know, is neato there. So you're gonna come out of lock on this coming turn, right? You use both of your dashes. I might just lock that next one, is what I might do. And what I might also just do, because Rabbid Mario can move after attacking, is I might just do this and hope that it kills. But yeah, if SMT and Effie made a crossover, it would be as grim-dark as having Warhammer 40k. It would have been really cool to see. It would have had a whole lot of potential. But then they instead were just like, let's make the most freaking cringy, weird anime pop singer thing that, you know, both fan bases would probably feel too embarrassed to ever play. Like, that's the reason why I never picked it up. This is before I was a content creator that first came out. I didn't pick it up because I was like, if anybody here, like, caught wind that I was playing that, I would probably legitimately die of embarrassment. Straight up. And it came out on the Switch. They ported it to the Switch a while back, and I think it came out around 2019. And I was thinking at the time, like, it's probably still really embarrassing, but considering the amount of Fire Emblem stuff that's been on this channel, you know, people would understand, and maybe, you know, should try it out and just see what it's like, since I know it didn't get a lot of attention. But, you know, you want to know the reason why I didn't play it, though? I don't remember what their name was, but I had this one viewer that came in a whole lot. I think it was during my Okami streams a whole lot. A game that I was already, like, pretty miserable playing. Would just talk about this game, the Shin Megami Tensei #FE, whatever the heck it's called. Non-stop, like, every single time coming into the stream. Would just ramble about that game more and more. And I got so tired about hearing about it every single time, and it just killed my motivation to ever play it, because I was just so tired about hearing it, you know? Was kind of the case. So, really goes to show how, you know, if you've got someone that's constantly telling you about X thing, it's just like, I really don't want to. You know, can we please stop talking about this? So, let's do that, but that also means that I can't attack now. Unfortunate. Wait, what the heck? I guess I'll go here or something. I don't know, and then I'll go here. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that's what its name is. That was its name. Sure, let's pass the turn. Exists because it keeps your soul at ease? Yeah, it's... Again, a Shin Megami Tensei and / Persona and Fire Emblem crossover. Could have had so much potential, would have been so amazing. Especially considering I'm now playing Persona 5 and being like, huh, that's pretty cool, you know? So seeing that crossover with Fire Emblem is like, wow, that'd be really cool, you know? But, as we've discussed, it's like they went over their way to turn it into something that would appeal to neither audience, and it's like, why? There's a fun fact for you, they were going to make a Fire Emblem / Pokemon crossover, but because Pokemon Conquest already existed, it was shut down, so they tried again with Shin Megami Tensei. Wow. A Fire Emblem Pokemon crossover would have been sick. That would have been amazing. Presumably. Assuming they didn't turn into something like a Tokyo Mirage Sessions where it just appeals to neither audience. Yeah, wow. We were robbed, weren't we? Sucks to suck. So wait, is your frost charge up? No. But you know, we can punch them. I do like Rabbid Mario having the ability of moving after doing his big punches and stuff. Will we be able to kill? Could have had a spiritual Pokemon Conquest too. That would have been a sight to see. Pokemon Conquest is one of those older Pokemon spin-offs that I will cover on the channel eventually. One day we will have all the Mystery Dungeon games done. Right now we have 1, 2, like 1 and it's a remake. I never did the post-game of the original one, but we did in the remake, so it counts. 2, done twice. 1 playthrough that was just the main game, and 1 that was the full game plus post-game and stuff. We did Super Mystery Dungeon, but I never did the post-game, and it was, like, really crappy quality back then. So I'll eventually redo it along with post-game that I never did, and we'll do Gates. So in terms of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, we have to redo PSMD and do PMD3 in the first place. I will do the Pokemon Ranger trilogy eventually, and Pokemon Conquest. Those are my for sure ones. I have a whole bunch of maybes on my mental list, like Pokepark is on my maybe list. What else is on my maybe list? There's that one other Mystery Dungeon game that was, like, Japan exclusive. I don't know what the heck. Don't really have anything else AoE, do we? I mean, I can do this. Is what I could do. Maybe I will, screw it. Is there anything else on the Pokemon spin-off mental list that I want to play eventually? Wow, you just barely lived, didn't you? Didn't you there? So I'll just go ahead and go over to do this. Weirdo. Wow. Do something preferably legal to officially see Chrom using an Aegislash and a Pokemon FE crossover. Yo. I'd be so down for that. But alas, I don't know if it's ever happening. Pokemon teaches typing. Maybe as a meme for a 24-hour charity stream or something. Maybe. How the heck did Rabid Peach get toxic? Rabid Rosalina, I presumed, was from dashing into the Dudo, but I could have sworn that, you know, Rabid Peach did it before it was cool. Rabid Peach did it before freaking dashing the Dudo. Or did the dash before the toxic happened. You know? Am I gonna blow through my own cover? No, I don't think I will. You know, I'm just gonna do this, screw it. Oh. One of the, I've said before, I'll say it again. One of the things I wasn't super sure about in regards to this game at first was the voice acting for the Rabbids, but it's really grown on me. Oh yes, that's one that I forgot about. Those ones are on the mental to-do list. Yes, they are. Indeed. Indeed! They are. Okay. Oh. Oh. How about I just pull back and, you know, Rabid Mario's Frost is at the ready. And there's gonna be more of those dudes, presumably. So let's just get a super big AoE thingamabob on the next turn, I guess. Is what we'll do. That's my plan here. That's my evil scheme. Let's go back here. This is what we can do. Whee! So let's see here. Hopefully a whole bunch of them come on down here. Come on down to Big Bill Hell's Cars, or whatever the heck the thing is. Whatever the heck that meme was. Bad deals! Cars that break down! Thieves! If you find a better deal somewhere else, shove it up your ugly ass. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that ad. It wasn't a real ad. It was a... Apparently there was some sort of contest in like the 80s or 90s. That was just like submit your funniest fake ads or something like that. I don't remember what the the story behind it was, but it was something wacky. It's real funny. Well, so much for a big AoE. Yeah, it's that one right there. It's that. My good gracious. This is insane. I'm kind of glad I saved Rabid Mario's Frost for this turn, though. So, who all can I hit here? I can do 2, but I think 2 might be the max that I can do. Unfortunately. So, let's do this. Is what we do. Waha! Gamma, gamma! Well, bam. So then. Can I still get some dashes here? I can. Boyayanga! Do I want to also... Yeah, let's just do this. But yeah. Yeah, you know the one then. You definitely... Hashtag healing journey. I guess I can also put on the power thingamabob. In fact, maybe I will. Didn't really matter much with Rabbid Mario because he just, you know, killed anyway. Was the case. Oh, I healed and then I did that so I can't attack. Whoops. Oops. My mistake there. Hold on a hot ticker here. Let's just, like, do this. We just have to survive for a couple more turns, so I mean... Can I say... No, I can't reach that far guy. But I can deal with these guys, at least. So I'm gonna do this. Heck yeah. Feels all galactical and stuff. And then I can restrict you like that anyway. But maybe it'll just be some dash damage. That's maybe all it'll be, because I might just rat-tat-tat-tat you. Because, yeah. Yeah, why not, right? Does it make a squeaky sound? I love it. And it didn't kill. I was kind of hoping it would after that turbo charge. We can still kill. We can still do it, though. Look at this. Look at this. We can still do it. Peach still has her dash. Is there another portal? No, there isn't. It doesn't look like right now. So these guys are just frozen and chilling. So yeah, I think it was definitely good to bring Rabbid Rosalina along for this one. Okay, so maybe get over to that side now. Is maybe what we'll try to do. Get far over here. I should have had Rabbid Mario go back through the pipe again. This is what I should have done. Whoops. Then he would have had some more movement here. Be better for team jumping with our other friendos, you know. Is what would have been the case. Okay. So then, let's see here. I'll just make sure that you stay frozen for another turn here by doing that. And then over this away we go. I mean, if Rabbid Mario gets hit, I could always just have the counter at the ready. Is what I could do. Try to be relatively safe-ish around here, maybe? Maybe, right there. And then we can say, I don't know. Go over this away. Wow, I can get to this side. That's pretty cool. Wow. It probably doesn't matter because I can just take you out with Rabbid Peach anyway. Is the case. Now you fly. I don't think my microphone picks it up, but I just heard my doogie groan. Okay, pew 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 pew. I think I was streaming Persona on the day of, but my doogie actually just turned 14 years old. She's an old lady in doogie years. Yeah, I don't need to do anything there, I don't think. I don't think so. I should probably give some buff-related sparks to Rabbid Rosalina. Is what I should probably do. Ow. Ow. Well, I guess it's out of range for the countering. Hey, achy doggy. Oi! Oh, that's in range for the countering, though. You know, levels like this seem like they could very much be challenging. I came in with a good strategy, though, and cleared it, but, you know. Rabbid Rosalina was a big help there. But that absolutely seems like the kind of battle that was designed to be challenging, but I don't know. Maybe I've just played enough strategy games on this channel. Maybe. I don't know.